Okay, I think I'm live. I don't really know. This is the new live studio. All right, now we're live. Now we're live. We got a new Facebook Live studio here, and I don't know what's going on. It's been a while since I have uh, done any live videos on Facebook, so I'm excited to have a chat to you guys in the group here, Seven Figure Nation, because Seven Figure Nation, just to let you guys know, this is going to become a space for me to document the growth of my next project. And hopefully, along the way, I'll be able to help you to grow your agency as well. That was always the intention of this group, was to grow a digital marketing agency to give you the value that you need. Now, because I'm getting back into the agency game, if you didn't already know that, I'm going to be able to share my journey along the way. And this video is going to be a bit of an introduction to that. Everything that I thought of when I first started, everything that I'm working on now, what the next steps are, and an opportunity for you to ask me any questions as well. So if you have any questions at any point, throw them in the comments, even if you're watching this replay. Hashtag team replay in the comments. Then when you have some questions, put them in the comments as well, and I will answer them because I am here to help you guys grow your agency. So the first thing that you should know is that I'm doing a white label agency. Okay, I'm growing a white label agency. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I want to hit the ground running. All right, I don't just want to get started, learn a skill myself, get out there, grow it, become better, become better, become better, and then eventually have an agency that's good enough to actually get results for clients, etc., etc. I wanted to hit the ground running. Okay, there are a few reasons why I've gone down the white label route, and I will talk about that in this video. But the main reason for me is that I want to essentially go to market as an established agency from day one. Because as you know, as an agency owner, and comment below if you've experienced this, people going, well, show me some results. All right, yeah, okay, I'll work with you if you can show me some results. Show me some case studies of people in my industry. And if you don't have those, you've lost that lead right away. So I wanted to enter a space and have an agency that was ready to go from day one. And there's two ways to do that. You either build a team from day one, which is obviously quite expensive, hiring people and building that sort of that office kind of environment and mentality. Or the second option is to go down the white label route, which is what I have decided to do. So this was the first thing that I thought. The first thing that I thought was, well, what kind of digital marketing agency did I want to have? All right. And I landed on SEO. All right. Now, have had a few people ask me why SEO. Well, for me, it's pretty simple. It's a high retention digital marketing service because people understand that you need to put effort and time into SEO to grow results. It's also one of those services that not a lot of people are moving into and not a lot of people are actually involved in. And I think the reason is because Facebook ads are so sexy right now. Everyone's doing Facebook ads. You know, everyone's doing PPC, direct response marketing, where you put $1 in, you get $3 out. But what people aren't doing, or at least from what I see in market, and I'm talking to digital marketers all the time, obviously, not a lot of people are focusing on long-term marketing strategies. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to enter that space because I obviously have an extensive background in marketing. I understand marketing and I understand the value in SEO. It's an investment in your business. So I wanted to do SEO. So I had that down pat. I went, you know what, great, I want to do SEO. I knew that. I knew I wanted to do white label, as I described before. So then the next thing was to find a white label agency and to decide on a niche. Okay, as you all know, I'm all about niching. I'm all about serving one industry, serving one type of client, because then you can really stand out and you can really build authority within that space. So this is what I did. Okay. Now, again, if you're watching this live, what's going on? I can see a few people are on at the moment. Put some comments in the comment thread there, guys. Just let me know if you have any questions at any time. If you're watching this live, hashtag team live in the comments. But this is the first thing that I did, okay? Because obviously I have this space here, Seven Figure Nation. I've got 5,000 friends on Facebook, a bunch of people on LinkedIn, Instagram. I put the word out. I said, if you are a genius at SEO, hit me up. I want to talk to genius SEO people, because one of the things that's really important when you are a digital marketer is to be a master at what you do. I talk about this a lot. Doreen, what's happening? It's about being a master at what you do. If you are a master at what you do, and Doreen is very, very good at what she does, so she's able to get clients. If you are a master, you will get clients, you will retain clients, and the better results that you get for those clients, the more clients that you're going to get, because you're going to be able to build case studies, etc. So I wanted to work with the best. So I said in all of these posts, in all these different platforms, I'm like, hey, if you are an SEO genius, hit me up. All right. And I ended up, from all the people that hit me up, I had about 5 people that I had interviews with, right? So I interviewed these agency owners. And remember, you know, as much as me, I'm starting a white label agency, I treated this like I was building a team. I wanted to work with someone that was very, very good at what they did, that cared about the clients that they had, that were going to be easy to work with, was really, really important for me. I didn't just want to jump into anyone. Just go, all right, it's white label, so who cares? I'll just find anyone. No, it's important to me that we actually work with someone that knows what they're doing. And that will be easy for me to work with. So I had these interviews with 5 different people, I think. And the kinds of questions that I was asking was like, you know, when it comes to working with clients, what is your process? Because here's another thing as well. You know, again, I'm running an agency like it's an agency, even though it's a white label agency. So I want to know that there's good systems in place. I want to know that that white label agency actually cares about getting results. So I was asking them, you know, what is your process for getting results? How communicative are with your clients? You know, what are the kind of strategies that you use to get results? I wanted to make sure that they knew what they were talking about. Because if they know what they're talking about, then I can go to market as the guy that has a team that knows what they're talking about. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's about work. If you can't be the master yourself, have the masters on your team. That's a big one. If you can't be the master yourself, have the masters on your team. Right? And then one of the final questions that I asked these guys was, which industry, what niche would you be able to provide 5 absolutely quality case studies in regards to SEO? And what I actually found was that of the 5 that I spoke to, 3 of them said e-commerce, 2 of them said law firms. Now, for me, with 2 decisions being on the line, one being which white label agency to go with, and 2 being which niche to decide on, I wanted to make sure that I could provide results for and case studies for a niche that could afford my services. Because I don't want to just be charging $500 a month. That's not my vibe. I want to be a top 1% marketer, working with the top 1% clients within my niche and charging a premium for that, getting them the best results possible. So after a bit of toing and froing and a bit of thinking and a couple of secondary meetings and some more chats, I landed on law firms. I landed on a white label agency based in Melbourne that I've actually done some coaching with before. So I know their systems. I know they're good. And so I'm super pumped for that. So I guess the moral of the story here, guys, is if you are going to start a white label agency, or even if you are just running an agency yourself, mastery is super important for a couple of reasons. First of all, so you can get the results for your clients, but second of all, so you can build case studies once you get those results. Because you and I both know, if you're watching this right now, you will know case studies get clients. So I have the luxury of working with this white label agency in Melbourne. They've already got a ton of results for law firms all over the world, and I have 5 high quality case studies already. I've already got these case studies showing the results. So I'm not going to market as this brand new SEO agency. Hey, you should work with me. We've got results. This agency's been around actually for over 25 years. So I've got 25 years of history. All of a sudden, my agency, it's over 2 decades old because I have a team that knows what they're doing and has the experience in market. I just got a question here. How much are you going to be charging clients? It's a great question. So I negotiated with the white label agency about pricing. We negotiated the roles and responsibilities of each of us, which is something that I'll go into more detail in another video so that you understand what I'm doing and you understand what they're doing. But from a price perspective, we've made it so it's basically 60-40. So I get 40, they get 60. The price for my SEO services, and I don't know how much you know about SEO, but there's kind of two different ways of doing it. You can look at it from like a local perspective, so your suburb, your state, your province kind of thing, or you can look at it from a national perspective, okay? And with law firms, they have different areas of practice, and each area of practice is basically another business that we need to focus on, right? So the way that we're going to do it is we're going to charge one area of practice per local or national. The local rate is $3,500 and the national rate is $8,000, and that's a monthly retainer. To get started, it's a 3-month retainer, and then after that, it's month by month. So it's $3,500 for local, one area of practice per month, and $8,000 per month for one area of practice, starting off with a 3-month contract, and then after that, rolling months, and the client can leave whenever they want. Okay? And I will go into more detail about that in another video as well. But like I said, guys, I'm going to keep you guys as updated as possible. If you have watched so far in this video and you are interested in my overall strategy for getting results, I have reduced the cost of my online program because obviously the coaching is now secondary to my agency. Reduced the cost of my online program to $50 USD per month. So you get access to the entire online program, teaching you how to build an agency like I'm doing, and access to me through an exclusive Slack channel. And that's only $50 US a month. You pay that for 24 months, and then you got everything for life. So if you are interested in that, just hit me up, DM me, and I will send you the link so that you can get some more information on that. $50 USD a month is absolutely peanuts. I was charging $1,500 for it. So it's just, I basically just wanted to make it super accessible to anyone. But if you guys have any questions, Mikhail, another question here. You're going to promise any results over 3 months? No. I mean, that's not how we work in marketing in general. There's never any promises. What I am going to say to them is, you actually raise a really good point. What's really key when you get a digital marketing client is to have a high amount of communication from day one. And this is why, and I'm going to do a whole nother video on this, on actual systems and processes, especially with this white label agency. But I want to be able to say to my clients, this is what you can expect on every single day for the first 3 months. This is why we do 3 months together. This is what you should expect. So we are going to deliver on everything that we say. And like I said, I'm working with the best, so I'm highly confident that they can get results. And they have given me an estimate of leads that they think they can generate for a law firm over 3 months. And that is something that I will tell the clients, that this is our estimate, but it is not a guarantee. It's never a guarantee. So there's no refunds, there's no money backs, there's no anything like that. It's a 3-month contract. Very, very clear about what we're going to provide. This is what we're going to provide. This is what we estimate being able to provide for you from a lead generation perspective, but there is no refunds. And this is where my marketing will be really important, about how I communicate my services and how I establish myself as an authority, so that lawyers will take a chance on me and they'll actually go, okay, cool, I want to work with you. And that all comes back to having good case studies and having good testimonials and having good marketing assets, which is stuff that I'm going to go through in videos in this group. And it's stuff that I talk about in my online program, the Agency Academy, as well. So yeah, absolutely. And let me know if you have any more questions around that, Mikhail. But thanks for asking those questions, man. I appreciate it. So that's it, guys. So that's the next 18 to 24 months of my life. I'm going to be working on this agency, still doing the coaching, and still obviously have my online program. But the focus obviously is going to be on building this agency and then documenting the whole thing in this group. Joey, what's happening, bro? Yes, law firm SEO. Going with law firms because my white label agency told me they can provide 5 which they already have, provided 5 high quality case studies for that niche from day one. So I already have 5 high quality case studies for the niche that I'm working with, and I haven't even done 1 day of pushing my agency yet. Boom! Absolutely crazy. Cool. So if you guys have any more questions, put them in the comments. You guys are all legends. I'm really, really excited to share this journey with you. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I will answer them after this video. If you're watching this replay, hashtag team replay. You guys, absolute legends. Oh, Mikhail, you were just talking about SEO, but what about the clients if they have bad branding and stuff? You are just talking about SEO, but what about the clients if they have bad branding and stuff? Well, see, this is the thing, man. And we can have a whole conversation about this, but the key to success in digital marketing is having a very specific service and having a very specific niche that you serve. So if someone has a bad branding, I mean, that's not what I do. So if they come to me and I think that the branding is going to impact their ability to get results, I will tell them that. And as an SEO agency, because we are going to be generating, traffic to their website, and I think that their website isn't going to convert, obviously I will tell them that. And I will say, look, this is something that I think that you need to resolve before we get started together. Here's what I think needs to be done. And I'll give that to them. And then if they say, look, we just have no one to do that, and I have a contact that can do it, then I'll go, look, we'll organize it for you through our contact. Maybe I'll put a bit of margin on top of it as well, so I'm getting a bit of money out of that transaction as well. But at the end of the day, what I want to focus on is SEO for law firms, because I will then become the authority in that space. And it's actually a good point that you bring up. I was talking about this with one of my online program clients earlier today. Even though I'm going to market as the law firm SEO guy, if an e-commerce brand comes to me and they say, hey, seeing all your stuff, loving what you're all about, we want you to do our SEO, great, no problems. I'll take the work. Of course I will. But by going to market as the SEO guy for law firms, I stand out to law firms specifically, and that's ultimately who I want to work with. Cool. Thanks for the question, man. Appreciate it. Peeps, I think that's good for today. I'm going to come in here and do some lives all the time, just a few Q&As. I'll keep updating you guys with all the assets that I'm working on. I'll do a video on marketing. I'll do a video on procedures. I'll do the video on how I negotiated with the white label agency, pricing, all that kind of stuff. You got to learn about it all. You guys are legends. We'll talk soon.